It's not because we love you
we
so
love
much.
you guys so much. You know,
we're doing this from the bottom of our hearts. You know,
that is the truth.
I mean, rent is not due. I mean,
but I have had side hustles removed and completely from this. In fact, when I was in school, I was studying economics. A friend of mine approached me with, I was in school, so it was like a side gig. Oh, how about we start a transportation business?
What kind of transportation?
Well, he had recently learned that somebody was about to sell a used Okada, and he suggested that we contribute money, buy the Okada, and fix it up and put it on the road and start making bank.
When you say put it on the road,
yeah,
like get someone to drive it.
Get someone to drive it.
Okay, because I thought one of you was going to be driving it.
Well, we had studies and exams and everything.
You're taking turns.
So we felt if we got someone and we had a deal with the person, and the person was driving it and returning money. So when he pitched the idea to me, I sat down, I thought about it, and then I was like, yeah, let's do this. And in my head, I already thought I was going to be the next Kennedy Chuku or ABC Transport. That we're going to start from there. We're going to then get 6 bikes and everything. Yes, so we paid for the motorcycle, and I think I was in school, and my sister called me and said the police were looking for me. Nigerian police, to be clear, were looking for me.
You bought a stolen bike? Or?
Apparently.
Ooh.
Now, it turns out the bike itself was not necessarily stolen.
But the owner was a thief?
No, there wasn't adequate documentation.
Oh, okay.
Because all they gave us was a raggedy-ass receipt for the bike, and then we fixed the bike up, and the police...
Who, you already fixed it by this time?
We fixed it up, and my friend or my business partner was trying to test it out when he was picked up by the police for not having proper documentation. So he had to spend like an hour or so this thing behind the counter, and his dad had to go bail him out, and his dad told my dad, my sister told me that, oh, see what's happening. My dad sat me down. I was like, he gets it that at the heart of it, I'm trying to do something, but I need to be careful and this and that and that. And I listened, and that was my first foray into any sort of business. And at that point, I was in school, I thought it was a failed venture or a failed side hustle. But yeah, I got burnt. Yes. Yeah.
Now, wow.
Yeah.
Like, that went south quick.
Yeah, very quick.
I was going to go with all these different Okada jokes, man.
And I didn't stop there.
Okay.
I tried my hand again at another transportation business. This time, another gentleman, friend, tells me that, his brother has a vehicle somewhere in the east.
Sound is better.
And they want to bring it back to Lagos, but the engine is not working soundly. They need to fix it, bring it back to Lagos, and we're going to make bank. And I saved up some money again, and I gave it to them, and they brought the bus back to Lagos after spending way more money than they claim, than we anticipated. And then he put the bus on the road. And true story, people.
Should I tell you where my mind is going to?
Where?
Snatch.
No,
when they bought the caravan.
No, this is what happened.
Okay, good. Because that's when my mind went to the street.
So week 1, the bus runs for like 4 days, and we're excited. We're all excited. So I turn up at the allotted time to see, what's the take? What do we do? How do we split the money? And this gentleman sits me down, buys me suya and beer, and proceeds to tell me about how he's had the hardest week, and this boss did not make any money and everything, and asks me halfway through if I want another bottle of beer. I sit there, I look at him, I take it all in, and the beer also. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you another week or so.
Wait, what was the agreement though?
That every week we'd be getting returns.
Yeah, like was it a percentage thing or a particular amount thing?
A particular amount, because we kind of did a breakdown as to what we felt other bus drivers in Lagos were making, running certain routes. And I wasn't trying to be greedy. I just felt, I just needed enough money to look good.
Impress some girls. You need like
so I could go to school and buy people tandy and meat pie. Tandy, that kind of thing.
Look at this 60-year-old man.
I was like, man, I want to be rolling in dough. So when I walk into school, like I'm walking in slow-mo, like meat pie for you, egg roll for you, whatever you want, you got it. So I was daydreaming. The next week, I turn up, they sit me down, they buy me Nkwobi, and they tell me about how they've had a bad week, how the police stopped them, they had to settle this, the engine maybe had a problem again, this one, that one. And I'm looking at this guy's eyes, and I might be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel his nose got slightly bigger. What do I do?
Well, this was the second week.
This is the second week. At that point in time, I turned to my friend, because this was his brother talking. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like how I'm feeling about this. You know, that this seems to be some sort of...
scammy.
Yeah, and he was like, no. He promises me it's not. That he's going to talk to his brother and everything. And I think he talked to his brother. And then the next week, they grudgingly gave me something. And then the upper week, they gave me something again. But we had spent a lot of money to bring this bus back to Lagos. So maybe after 3 weeks of giving me, they just were like, fuck it. See the problems, they have to fix this, they have to say, it went on again for maybe another few weeks, and I just gave up, and that was the end of that.
That's the painful part about doing business, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say doing business here, but of course, every part
it can happen
of the world,
everywhere in the world.
Yes.
Yes.
Just that human element of, if I have an opportunity to get one over you, there is no reason why I shouldn't.
Yeah.
That way of thinking, and it's so normalized, especially here.
Yeah.
You left I had that opportunity.
Yes.
How can I not take it?
True.
I'm a sharp guy. Now also,
it is sad, but that happened. But to be honest, bringing it to here, our industry, because when I started out in this space, and I don't want to speak for you, I didn't have 2 coins to rub together. I was basically living from hand to mouth, and the early years, even now, sometimes you can go a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2-3 months without getting booked for any job. But in the early days, I kind of needed every cent, every kobo that was coming my way.
So remember then, my transport would usually come from my mom.
Oh, okay. Me too. Sometimes family members would chip in. But the thing is this, at that point in time, I was in film school doing an acting class. And they told us in film school, we shouldn't lose our day jobs. And
they should have told me that.
I kind of shrugged and was like, I don't even have a day job. So I'm going to become Denzel Washington and make all the money doing this.
How is that going?
It's going. It's what it is. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, man. You guys got to the end.
Please like, subscribe, and share. And remember to turn on your notifications.
Yes, so you don't miss our next videos, because it's going to be dope. Save, guys.